Prop 30 helps clean our air. It will reduce the tailpipe emissions that poison our air.
And helps prevent the wildfires that create toxic smoke. That's why CAL FIRE firefighters, the American Lung Association, and the Coalition for Clean Air support Prop 30.
I'm voting yes on 30.
Injured? Call Ellis Law at 310-300-7777.
Good morning, I'm Frank Buckley. LAX's website targeted by hackers early this morning, causing it to go down temporarily. All the details on the group claiming responsibility.
Good morning, I'm Trevor Shirley in Washington. Russia unleashes a barrage of deadly missile attacks all across Ukraine as leaders here in Washington continue to worry that Putin may resort to using a nuclear weapon. I've got the details on that coming up just ahead.
And I'm Erin Myers in downtown. There are calls for City Council President Nury Martinez to resign after racist audio was leaked. All the latest on that scandal coming up.
Good morning, I'm Jessica Holmes. United Nations and the Red Cross are urging governments to do more in response to heat waves. We've got details on their recommendations.
Good morning, I'm Sam Rubin. New here at 10 o'clock. The Try Guys that you may or may not be familiar with have a myriad of difficulties, and now a parody all about the trio on SNL. We'll show you the whole thing and try our best to explain. Plus Justin Baldoni, you know him, of course, from Jane the Virgin, up to other new things. Justin, on the way here live.
All right, good morning, everybody. 10:01 on this Monday morning, a challenging Monday morning with the dense fog earlier. It's starting to burn off. But then later on this afternoon, we could be back into some showers. 73 coastal downtown today, 78, 89 in the San Fernando Valley, 91 in the high desert inland empire, 90. Those are two areas that could get some of those showers and thunderstorms. And then 85 Orange County inland. Frank, back to you.
Growing calls this morning for LA City Council President Nury Martinez and Councilman Kevin De Leon to resign after audio recordings of them making racist remarks were leaked. On the recordings, they can be heard making comments about another councilman's son. KTLA's Erin Myers live in downtown LA with the reaction. Erin, good morning.
Good morning, Frank. Those comments were said to have been made in a meeting last year. Now they have become public. As you said, there are calls for Nury Martinez and Kevin De Leon to resign. Some very outraged. They even protested at Nury Martinez's home last night.
Resign now!
Protesters were calling for Nury Martinez to step down immediately outside of her Sun Valley home last night. This after audio leaked from a meeting held between Martinez and council members Kevin De Leon and Gil Cedillo, along with Los Angeles County Federation of Labor President Ron Herrera. This according to the LA Times. The meeting said to be in October of last year. Now the conversation focused on maps that were proposed for redistricting, re-electing Latino council members, and concern about the loss of economic assets in some districts. But derogatory and racist remarks were also made about certain groups of people, along with colleagues, including Councilmember Mike Bonin and his husband's adopted black son. They were on a float at the Martin Luther King Jr. parade several years ago, and Martinez didn't seem to be pleased with the atmosphere or the child, saying he was like a little monkey.
It's like the oddest thing. It's like black and brown on this float. The kid is bouncing off the effing walls on the float. Parece changuito. This kid needs a beat down. Like, let me take him around the corner and then I'll bring him back.
Bonin has responded saying, "We are appalled, angry, and absolutely disgusted that Nury Martinez attacked our son with horrific racist slurs and talked about her desire to physically harm him. It's vile, abhorrent, and utterly disgraceful. The city council needs to remove her as council president immediately, and she needs to resign from office." Martinez has since responded as well, saying, "In a moment of intense frustration and anger, I let the situation get the best of me. I hold myself accountable for these comments. For that, I'm sorry." Kevin De Leon has also responded. Part of his statement second reading, there were comments made in the context of this meeting that are wholly inappropriate, and I regret appearing to condone and even contribute to certain insensitive comments made about a colleague and his family in private. Ron Herrera, who was also in that meeting, has said there is no justification and no excuse for the vile remarks made in that room, period, and I didn't step up to stop them, and I will have to bear the burden of that cross moving forward. Now back here live, Kevin De Leon has said he has reached out directly to Mike Bonin. We are told that there will be several protests and or news conferences held in response to that leaked audio happening today. Reporting live here in downtown, I'm Erin Myers. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Erin, thank you. The woman who police say intentionally ran over a 70-year-old man in Griffith Park over the weekend is in custody this morning. 32-year-old Sonia Sovereign was taken into custody yesterday in Hollywood after officers noticed her driving the victim's car. According to the LAPD, the victim, Valerie Sakian, and Sovereign got into an argument. Officers say at some point the victim lost his footing and fell to the ground and was intentionally run over. Sakian later died at a hospital from his injuries. Investigators say Sovereign confessed to the crime during an interview with detectives, and she was booked on suspicion of murder. She's currently being held on $1 million bail.
LAPD detectives have announced the arrest of 2 suspects believed to be behind a series of follow-home robberies throughout Los Angeles. Investigators released this video of a man being robbed by the suspects at a gas station in Encino last month. The man in the black shirt is identified by authorities as 34-year-old Clayton Randolph. Police arrested Randolph and his 35-year-old accomplice Shanika Davidson during a search of the pair's Wilmington home. Investigators found guns, jewelry, and items that they say link them to multiple crimes. They believe there are more victims out there. Randolph is being held on $2.2 million bail. The LA County District Attorney's Office has charged him with attempted murder, robbery, and possession of a handgun. Davidson was charged with robbery and has been released on $50,000 bail.
Russian hackers are being blamed for taking down the LAX website for a brief time this morning. It was part of a breach of 14 websites. Some of the nation's largest airports, the LAX website was restored just before 6 a.m. The Russian hacking group Killnet is believed to be responsible. They've stepped up attacks on NATO countries following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. According to CNN, there were no impacts to air travel from this morning's breaches.
New at 10. The International Red Cross and the United Nations are urging people and governments to do more to save lives amid record-breaking heat waves. Both agencies issued their first report this morning detailing the devastation caused by heat waves. Researchers say 38 heat waves accounted for the deaths of more than 70,000 people worldwide from 2010 to 2019. Scientists have said heat waves have increased in frequency due to climate change. Some humanitarian groups are calling for emergency housing, cooling centers, and changes to school calendars to reduce the impact of heat waves. The study also encourages governments to boost early warning systems about extreme heat.
Mark, now looking at our weather on this Monday, you can start to feel a little bit of a seasonal change today, right?
Finally today. But you know what? Just as we get used to that, we're going to have the Santa Ana winds kicking up.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Okay.
so we're still in the month of October. And the heat, a lot less intense as all the way through the weekend. And there's even some more relative humidity kicking up in Southern California. Looking at the Morongo Casino camera, and there you can see clear skies, but not so in many other places. Plus, this area might get some of those afternoon showers and thunderstorms. 67 right now in Los Angeles, 2 degrees cooler than it was yesterday at this time. Relative humidity.